over.
You want it emailed?
Stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see, what was the email?
Send it to you here right quick. It should be popping up. Did you get it?
Yeah. Okay, I sent it.
Okay. Or you can drop it in right there in that box.
Did you get their link?
Let's see. Just a second. Refresh. It's not showing up.
I'll do it once more. It should be pretty immediate.
I just sent you a test message here. Did it pop up?
Through Hangouts, no. But it did through Gmail.
Okay.
Hello, everybody. Hello, Guoda. September 3rd. September 3rd is Power and Values. Material gain. People born on this date are shining individuals. You stand out in the crowd. You are someone who is known as an old soul. You've lived many lives on this planet. You keep your values in high regard. You keep them in perspective on base of its worth or importance. Females find it hard to find compatibility. Males usually find it a little easier. Divine insight, divine understanding are very important to you. You're a masterful organizer. Only problem is you want to control everything. So watch yourself there and delegate when necessary. Very curious, new plans, new ideas, sexual desire, peace of mind, major corrections, and things which lead to your happiness. Difficulties if you allow them to happen. Staying focused, getting on top of your priorities, self-control, career or residence issues, expressing gratitude, things to watch out for, things you need to be conscious of and control those things. Other difficulties, stress, victimhood. You have the strength to overcome all these things, so watch those out, and things will be good for you. Did you get the other link?
Yeah, if you can send it over here to the messenger on Hangouts. Let me try that.
Well, this one's working good for you.
Yeah, this one's on the cellular. It's not on the direct landline. It's not a very reliable connection, though.
What's your cousin's date of birth, Angel? Well, Angel, I'm looking at things, and it doesn't show anything for the upcoming year. Not any kind of relationship between the two of you. It shows you are getting along well, but as far as more than close friendship, no, it's not showing that at all.
So Becky has a question about eradicating spirits. Can you be more specific, Becky, about what kind of spirit that you have going on? What kind of experiences do you have going on in the house?
And Geraldine, will I open a business and be successful? Her birthday is January 4th, 1974. Geraldine, you are known as accomplishment. Don't ever underestimate what you're capable of. Your emphasis is on work, labor, business, spirituality. Will you open your own business and be successful? Yes.
And Becky, to answer your question about spirits and relationship to spirits, depends on what types of spirits that we're discussing. If these are entities, dark spirits, most often you can have individuals come over to your house and do a cleansing using white sage. If this is an entity that's in your house, it's a person or individual that's lived there prior, you can usually have an individual leave the home, asking them to leave that home and leave that space. It's something you have to negotiate. If this is more of an entity, it's an energy of a demonic, you may ask for a professional from the church, the clergy, to come and do a cleansing. If this is something, a higher dimensional frequency, something like an archon that feeds off of energy, blue glass can be put into the eastern windows, southern and eastern windows. Sapphire blue glass works well. This is something where it captures the solar radiation. It takes the Archangel Michael's energy and transfers that energy. It's kind of like a sound horn, like a beacon. It prevents them from being able to occupy that same space. So it kind of depends on what kind of spirit that you're describing.
Yeah, Flying Flowers, March 28th, 1990. Like a reading on career and love. You are very mentally intense, extremely smart. Knowledge, information is really important to you. You can overcome anything in your path. But one thing, if you want more, you need to upgrade your level of communication. How you say things to other people, how you communicate your ideas is very important. Organizing, managing are what you do best. You can be a bit of a bully, so watch for being too controlling. Definitely be cognizant of other people's feelings at work and in love. You like to solve problems. You are spiritually protected. You are someone who always has a guardian angel around you. The challenges for you, feeling you're not good enough, broken promises, getting on top of your love or personal life. That's something you need to be careful with. Just relax. Those things will take care of themselves if you are just yourself and not trying to control the situation.
Becky, do you have someone in your family that's a child that lives in your house that's an adept, more specifically a seer? Like you have a child that lives in your house that has had a conversation with you about seeing people that are no longer amongst the living. If this is the case, I get an impression that this is somebody that's been around, that's no longer living, that's come into your home, that's feeling comfortable coming about around children, who's seeing them, that knows that their presence is there. And this is invited by the child or children that sees or knows that they're there. And that for that reason, they feel comfortable being around your house because they feel a feeling or a sense of being welcome there.
With Vivian, did everything end badly or did it end okay? Was it mutual?
In relationship with Miss Blossom.
Yeah. Yeah, she said that they split, but didn't say, you know, how it was or.
I get an impression that this individual that she was seeing is seeing someone else at the present. This is another individual who was in his life prior to her, and this didn't work out prior to her getting involved with him. And now this is, I get this impression this is like that wheel, that romance wheel that, what do they call that? It's, this is like that, this intimacy wheel where they're kind of like getting school kids. And for that reason, he's in an infatuation mode where he's thinking this could work out again, and this is the purpose of why he's not returning phone calls. He's not interested in communicating with her because he's still in that woo mode. He thinks that there's still a possibility that he can rekindle this romance that he thought a long, long ago that this could potentially get farther along. I take it that this relationship that could be or was a potential couldn't happen prior to because there was another person involved with this person that he's with now. In answer to her, I would say no, this is not something that is remarkable. There's a honeymoon. There's like a honeymoon. I get a feeling of like this is a honeymoon effect going on with him right now. I would say to her that this would be an opportunity for her to move forward, open up her doors to new experiences, take the lessons that she's learning from this experience and move forward. Don't stop trusting, believe in yourself, but take this opportunity with this experience and move forward. It's a lesson to be learned, and it's no anguish and ambiguity. Just leave this to a lesson to be forgiven, let it go, and move forward.
The wall was asking, is her love coming towards me soon? Her birthday was November 26, 1996. You were actually known as a passion card. You have emphasis on your emotions, people, relationships, what matter most to you. Very emotional, full of passion, love for people, love for the divine, love for travel. Subconsciously, you're very charming, very courageous. You're born with a very deep sense of personal power. It helps you overcome your emotional dilemmas as they may happen. Emotional fulfillment is the biggest success of your life. Beyond money or any kind of material things, your emotions and your personal fulfillment are what matter most to you. Will love come soon? You're always going to have people attracted to you. You need to be careful there. your emotions are always on your sleeve. So if you can scare people off as they see you react. But you center on family and on the home. You are a very caring person, and people do love you. So it will come your way. I don't know if it's going to be real soon, but you are someone who attracts a lot of friends, and obviously some of those are going to want more than friendship from you. So take it a step at a time.
Hi, Kelly.
Hi, sorry, I was finishing a presentation.
No problem. Welcome back, sister.
Thanks.
We had some good questions this evening so far.
Yeah, where are we at right now?
See, I think the next one up is Saja Shaker, general reading about love, birthday of September 9th, 1998.
Wow, 3 9s, very highly spiritual, with a little money maker on the end. I can pull a card for Saja. Still have my scarf on. I got Vision Quest as Saja's card, which is kind of like doing some soul searching. Saja, your card says, Sacred Seeker, take time away from people and situations. Step back, withdraw. Inner truth is emerging in stillness, but first you need to retreat. Know that you're guided. Look for your answers in different ways. The answers are around you. Watch for signs in the coming day. Trust that your life is being directed. I feel that you need to get in touch with yourself before another can enter the picture. And it's very important to have clear intentions and know exactly what you want to come into your life. So this is what that card means. And I'm sorry, I don't know if I showed you the card or not. When this card chooses you, it's telling you to take time away from your ordinary life. Take time to explore the depths of your soul. Your soul knows the truth. Take time and quietude to discover what it is. The answer to your questions are all around you, but you must be still to hear the messages. Yeah, I also heard you need to meditate more and listen, because they're showing you signs of what you need to do to bring love into your life, but you're not listening to the signs around you. That's all I got.
Well, she likes being in relationships, both whether it be business or personal. She can get along with herself, but that's not her true nature. She needs to be in contact with somebody else. Likes to solve problems. Basically, your closest relationships will be with those people who are closest to your core values. So if they don't believe the way you believe, it's just not someone you're going to be going forward with.
I would concur with that. Stay away from those that would be insightful, inflammatory to your relationship base. Stay closer to those that are aligned with your ideals.
I feel like the one she's with now maybe is not in alignment with her ideals. Saja, is that correct? Is the one you say you love now in alignment with your ideals?
No, she's asking if he's the one, but
Yeah. I don't get the feeling he is. I don't think he is like in alignment with her. Oops.
I think if she believed that, she wouldn't be asking.
That's what I feel too. But I asked my pendulum just to check in, and I don't think it doesn't feel like he's the one.
She says yes.
Yes, he is in alignment.
That's what she says.
Interesting.
Kelly, Becky McCune had a question earlier in regards to spirits and about her that were an older man, a woman, and a little girl that were singing. I get an impression that she's got an adept about her, or she herself is adept, and that she's picking up on their vibrations. She is becoming aware of them.
Yeah, I feel the last time I was on, she is very in tune with spirits and she can see and hear them. So I'm not sure why she keeps checking in with us. Own it, Becky. Own it.
As I just described to her, I don't get this impression this is anything could be concerned about. This isn't like a, presence of evil or anything of that nature. This is something that's been welcomed into her home, and it's either herself manifesting this or someone close to her that is a very strong adept that's pulling this energy into her and about her.
Yeah, I feel she's always asking questions about those who have passed on, and she works in a place where they've passed on. And I think that she's very open to that. And once they know that, they'll start coming. And that it's a wonderful gift that she can hear and or see them. So I would just say go with it. If you don't like them in your house, you can always clear your house and tell them that they aren't welcome there, that they have to talk to you at another time. I mean, it's that simple. It's like any other energy. They just don't have skin. So, but yeah, I don't feel they're evil. I just think they know she can hear them. And the singers maybe are just giving her like a present for listening. I don't know.
Well, Becky, you don't have to be modest and you don't have to be embarrassed. You're among family and friends here.
Yeah. I mean, my ghost calls me a bitch, so I would much rather have one that sings.
Welcome to the family.
Yeah. He doesn't like me being in what he feels is his house. Angel's asking how her ex feels about her romantically, and will there be a reconciliation? I'm a little rusty. It's been a while.
I get a sense that there are children involved in this relationship.
The card I got is Medicine Woman, Medicine Man. And it says that profound inner and outer healing is occurring. You're a natural healer. You're on the mend, and or a situation is being resolved. Have faith that it's happening. You are a sacred healer. You are a medicine woman, medicine man of the soul. When this card chooses you, you're at the advent of healing emotional, physical, and mental wounds. Additionally, a powerful healing force is activating within you. Well, according to this card, the situation is on the mend. And I think if you both take steps to get yourself emotionally straight, that you could make a go of it. I don't know about children. You feel there's children, Aaron?
Question I'm being told to ask her is that in order for you guys to move forward in this is like a metaphor. I'm getting this impression that this is like you guys have to be in the same vehicle together, looking forward into the window. If you're looking forward in the window out the direction of the windshield, the windshield's a great big window and it's huge and you see everything in front of you. But if you guys are too busy looking out the rearview mirror, which is a little tiny piece of glass, and you can only see that tiny little bitty bit right behind you, you can't get very far, right? You can't go forward if you're looking at that tiny little bitty window behind you, right? So you guys have to look forward, right? And if you pay more attention to what's in front of you in that great big giant window, what's ahead of you, and one of you focus on driving the vehicle, and the other one focus on what's around you, you guys have got a whole lot further ahead than you will if you're both too busy looking in that tiny little mirror or what's behind you. So don't worry about what's in the past. Is in the past. That's that little tiny rearview mirror, and everything that you see in that rearview mirror is only a reflection of the opposite. Does that make sense? So everything in that rearview mirror, like when you get up in the morning and you look at yourself in the mirror, you know that that's just an optical illusion. Your brain sees that and accepts that as a reality. But if you were to pick up a book and look up and hold that book up and try to read it, it's actually in reverse, right? That doesn't actually, you realize, oh, wait a minute, that's not reality. So it's just a reflection. So stop looking at what's happened in the past. Look at what's in your future ahead of you guys. Get in the vehicle together and look at what's in front of you. That's why that big windshield is so huge. There's so much opportunity for you guys. If only you guys were to just sit down together and to get across the table with each other and discuss matters, put it on paper about what you want to do in the next year, 6 months. Just start there. And then from there, build upon that. The next 2, 3, 5 years. That big windshield of opportunity is there for you. But don't take anything in there to that table about what was in that little tiny rearview mirror. Does that make sense? Leave that stuff behind. Don't come in there with anything on the agenda, and don't leave out of there with anything at the agenda, and then move forward from there. It can work. It will work. It's done it over and over and over, but you have to start from a beginning. You have to just flip it, turn the page. I'm getting the impression you guys are just going to have to start over. Turn the damn page. That's all that is to it. This is an unwritten chapter for you guys. I hear this a lot where this is just that same thing. You guys have expectations of each other. Stop doing that. He has expectations of you. You have expectations of him. Start over. This is an unwritten page. This is the information I'm getting.
That correlates with the card. It's like the past was there to help you learn and grow. And once that's done, you can come together, like Aaron said, and start again. Make your intentions clear and go from there once you're healed. Okay. Unblock myself. Well, Nikki, unblocking yourself takes a lot of self-reflection and work. So first you got to start there. Be willing to put in the time and the effort. Let's see what card comes up for you. Grandmother Earth. This signifies connections to the earth, and we'll read it and see what else. Stop and take measure of your life. Assess who you are and where you are. Get grounded. Make plans for the future, but don't act on those plans until you're ready and feel secure in stepping forward. There is a profound source of strength and power within you, and it is expanding now. Put your roots down. This is a time of preparation and going deeper. Grandmother Earth provides for all of life. And strength, you're supported and loved, even if you're not always sure of it. Strength is growing within you. Don't rush, slow down. The seeds you plant now will bring abundance in the future, but only if you take the time to nurture those beginnings. Take time to plan your future carefully. Don't rush into anything. Security and protection surround you. You are safe. If you're thinking of making secure financial investments and receive this card, it's telling you that this is a good time to do so. It's not a time to take risks. So yeah, this card's saying basically the same thing. Do the work, put the seeds down, and in the future they'll come to fruition. But don't feel afraid of your gifts or your healing abilities or ashamed. Just accept them as gifts and know that they're a blessing. And it doesn't matter what anyone else says, it's whatever you feel inside. And that'll help unlock those gifts.
Nikki, do you have the healing hands, the laying of hands? Have you experimented with laying of hands?
She said yes, Aaron.
Okay. Reason why I ask is this is a good start. Is I've got a book here that I encourage you to read. It's called Quantum Touch, and it's an awesome start to get you in the right direction. I normally do not promote a whole lot of authors. I will take this opportunity to give you a head start that Quantum Touch is a great place to get started. It is available on Amazon. It's a book by Richard Gordon. It is one I will suggest to you for that type of healing. And for those of you that know Dr. Norman Vincent Peale, he's highly endorsed it as well. I'm surprised no one has questions about 1111.
Yes.
It was just yesterday.
I don't know about you, but I had an interesting higher being that came to me in my dreams this morning in the wee hours, about 3:30 this morning, that imprinted me with quite a tremendous amount of information about the I am. More than 100 different Coptic texts between references of the great Holy Father, and between Asian, Hindu, and Hermetic texts. Awesome.
Wow.
Nikki,
That's fantastic.
that's wonderful that you helped your fiance. But what happens also when we help people like that, sometimes we allow a cord to hook in. So it's just important that you kind of search for if he's hooked into you anywhere and unhook that cord so that you can heal. For an example, I had a boyfriend who had kidney failure, and I was I allowed him energetically to kind of take energy from my kidneys. And years after we broke up, I was having kidney problems, and I went to a healer, and she said, well, yeah, you're still attached to his kidneys, giving him power. So, yeah, that might be something to look into. You're welcome, Angel. Erin, did you see Angel said they didn't have children, but it could have happened? She was asking about her ex.
Yeah, and I get the impression that there was a child that, or either living or lost, if they'd had a stillborn. I get the impression that they tried and either had or attempted to and did not succeed. And for that, I apologize for being too intuitive and nosy to that extent. I know how that feels. I've been there myself. But I get the impression that that has brought about the beginnings of that. It feels as though there was the attempts of trying to have a child and that wasn't successful, and this has brought about, in at least in his mind, part of the reason why he wants to move on and find someone that can have or bear children, if that makes sense. I'm not trying to put her on spot, but this is like, I get the impression this is one of those kinds of things where I want to have this family, the pressures are there from mom, dad, brothers, sisters, family oriented. Why aren't you having kids? You're getting older now. Everybody else is having kids. You know what I mean? They're having kids, and where are your children? And now the pressure's there. It's like the hidden mission. It's like this is what he's looking for, and it's just not happening in a timely fashion. It's not anybody's fault. It's not something she should blame herself for.
Quiet.
It is quiet.
On a lighter note, it doesn't feel as though he's intended to have them either.
No. Becky asked how to clear her house. That was an easy one. Sorry I wasn't on to help her. Although clear your house before you seal it with salt. I sealed my house the other day and forgot to clear it, so I sealed everybody inside.
Welcome to our world, Becky. I live in an area where I'm surrounded by 5 cemeteries. If it makes you feel any better, I'll be happy to trade you.
I want that gift and I don't get it, so.
No, you don't.
I think I put up blocks though. Like my naturopath said, I feel like I only need to talk to them if there's something they need to pass on. So it's not like I like to bother them. And I think they just do the same for me. I don't know.
Oh, well, you could try ignoring them, and then if you ignore them too long, like around my house, so then they'll move things around your house deliberately, and sometimes as a means to an end to get your attention.
There's been a lot of my things go missing or move or come back a year later. And most recently, my friend painted these sticks in the basement, and I went down there and they were gone. And I think I'm going crazy, so I changed my locks. I'm literally like, I think someone's coming in my house, but who would take painted sticks? I mean, so I changed my locks, and then the next day something else is missing. So I don't know. Yeah, I think they play with me, but they don't talk to me, so I can't hear them.
I cheat. I've got a Bluetooth so I can walk around and have a conversation and not look like I'm crazy. It wasn't always that easy.
Nikki said her and Becky used to live next door to a cemetery.
No, I've got them within a mile and a half from me, so it's okay because the living are there, not the dead.
Yeah. Sometimes when I go to cemeteries, people will ask me to help them cross over. That's the only time I ever feel anyone in a cemetery, and it's usually rare.
Yeah, I go to the cemetery to get peace and quiet. If I want to go to the see the dead, I usually go to the hospitals and places like hotels. You'll find more dead people in hotels and hospitals, right? Mm-hmm.
Usually the ones in the cemetery have moved on. They're at peace. But
right.
A couple, I went to a cemetery. There were some very old graves where young people had died of like, I don't know, a scarlet fever or something like that thing, back. There was quite a few, and there were two little girls that were twins, and they wanted to move on, and they were stuck. And it was as simple as like opening the white light vortex and telling them to go. And they did.
I held the hand of a witch. Was 6. Well, I guess this would be in the early 1990s, and she was six centuries old at that time. So it's kind of ironic.
You held her hand, you mean in spirit?
Oh, yeah. But it was interesting having a conversation about things that they look at you and the way you dress and the way we appear now and some of the things we have today, and they try to
Oops, we lost you.
Interpret and understand what.
I thought you meant you really held the hand of a live witch that was that old. I was like, wow, she's immortal. Skip, are you back in the warm weather?
I am.
Oh, you're so lucky. It's been snowing.
Yeah, I saw your post. You went to bed, it was November. You woke up, it was February.
Yeah, 23 degrees and snowing. I'm like, wait a minute.
It's snowing outside my place right now.
I'm over winter already. Can it go away now?
We're supposed to have fall at the moment here.
Yeah. It's funny. The trees weren't even done turning, but it got so cold here the other day that all their leaves just fell on the ground around them. It's crazy. We didn't have a fall.
It is 26 degrees here. How about that?
Yeah, it's probably. Oh, I was like, "Where's my phone?" I'm looking at it, talking to you.
Doesn't matter.
My phone tells the weather. So, well, it appears we're done. There's like no.
I believe so.
And so, sorry I was late.
No problem.
Yeah, you were here.
I know. I for some reason I thought we started at 8, and I was in the middle of printing out these like 8-page printouts for 20 people and trying to staple them, and they got all mixed together.
Yeah.
I had to sit on the floor and like put them all back in order. That's why I was late.
Well, we got everybody.
I think we covered it.
All right. Well, you guys have a nice night then. I'm going.
You too. Stay warm.
Yeah. You too. Well, you are warm. Aaron, you stay warm. Okay.
All right, Kelly. Good to see you again.
You too.
Yeah.
Good night, Kelly.
Good night.
Good night, guys.